The city of Milwaukee has a population of nearly 600,000 people, the largest city in Wisconsin, and the 22nd largest city in the country. It is located in the southeast part of the state, bordering the western shore of Lake Michigan. Bold, beautiful, and progressive, Milwaukee offers urban, suburban, ethnic neighborhoods, waterfronts, industrial, and rural settings. However, the city is not without its challenges. Milwaukee, as with any major city, has neighborhoods in disrepair and in need of renovation and revitalization.
We're looking for people who believe, companies that believe, people who understand that there are risks in making this a better city.
Well, I think you have to look at London Square as one of the typical developments that was put up in the late 60s, early 70s. There are many examples throughout Milwaukee, particularly in Milwaukee Central City, that were designed for low-income people, but really did not speak to the dignity of people.
The first question I ask when I come in to work with a city is, what are your top priorities in community development? What problems do you need to solve? At Gorman & Company, we're housing developers, but our real role in the marketplace is to work in partnership with cities to solve their problems. It's not just about the high-quality housing we're building, it's about building stronger communities, solving community problems.
We had to look at whether we were going to be able to achieve the income to amortize or cover the debt service on this project, along with seeing that Gorman was able to bring enough equity in through tax credits to make this thing work. We saw that Gorman had a lot of experience throughout the state in putting developments together for tax credits, that we felt very comfortable to use our latitude to do that.
Gorman is one of our premier developers. They tend to take on the very difficult projects to do, and they do those projects very well. And our interest here, we were part of City Homes, and we have this property sitting right here in the middle where we want to go. We thought we had to get this facility redeveloped and turn this neighborhood around, continue the efforts, revitalize the neighborhood. I think Gorman brought a lot of expertise, an understanding of the process, an understanding, above all else, I think, a respect for the community. Mm-hmm. And he's done that very well.
It's a business strategy that looks for projects with high barriers to entry, because there aren't a lot of developers that try to do complex political projects, complex sociological projects where you're dealing with inner city neighborhoods that often are very suspicious, and sometimes rightfully so, suspicious of developers and what their intentions are, and complex financial structures. We do those things. We think it's a good strategy, good business strategy, as well as feeling good about what we do for a living.
You know, this is truly a case where a silk purse was made out of a sow's ear. And this development has been completely transformed into a very positive, uplifting, bright, clean, airy living space, which I can only believe will impact the residents' lives and cause them to feel similar optimism toward their own lives and towards the opportunities that are out there.
I think what really has made this work is you've got a company that brings a lot of creativity, a lot of determination, certainly a can-do attitude, and gets things done. And that's what we need in the city. We need people who will act on their beliefs and put their money where their mouth is, and that certainly has happened right here.
You know, these buildings used to have very few windows. The entrances were very recessed. We talked to residents who were here, and there were real safety concerns about the bad things that were happening in the dark corners of these buildings. We brought the entrances to the buildings out. We added many windows. Really, the modernization we accomplished here is to make sure this is an asset for 40 years. When we develop a property, we want something the community can be confident will be an asset 40 years from now. Why don't we go in and see it? You know, when we first came here, what we found were apartments that were extremely cramped, in bad disrepair, and totally inefficient in design. I mean, it was really difficult to see people living, frankly, in those conditions. One of the things we're most proud of is how we've not just modernized the apartments, but really opened them up into livable spaces. Kitchen's just one example. This kitchen that we're standing in now was less than a third the size it is now. How someone could make a meal for a family in that kitchen is just beyond me. Now I think family with kids, whatnot, can not only make meals, but use a kitchen as most of us do to sort of talk, to socialize, to be a family, and make their meals. Well, while we're moving around, let me show you some of the unique aspects of this development. One aspect of this development that we're particularly proud of is the creation of this community center. This didn't exist before, and now it's the center of activity for the entire community. We have activities for kids, for families, for seniors happening here all the time. And we've got toys, we've got tables, we've got televisions. We have a backpack drive going on right now in our company so that kids can start school with something to carry their books in. We've got a computer center, a kitchen. This is a real vibrant, vital piece of the community. And that's really what we're about, building communities.
First 16 people we moved in, it would have been like extreme makeovers. It was like move that bus. I was here till 9:30 at night. People was moving furniture, literally carrying it from one side of the property to the other side of the property.
I love my new apartment. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I have the big luxury kitchen with the new cabinets. I have the 1.5 bathroom. It's beautiful and I love it so much. My kids, they are ecstatic. They really love the park and everything. It's like really secure. They overwhelmed with happiness, and so am I. I just love the transition.
Gorman & Company, revitalizing communities through innovative housing partnerships.